Hi, this is Master of Chaos. Well, Ratchet Man isn't here. He is going to be here for the Left 4 Dead review, which we will have soon, within probably the latest 2 weeks. But that's at the very latest, and we'll try to get it done as soon as we can. But now I'm gonna review a game I like to call. Well, actually, it's called this. Mass Effect. Everyone's heard of it, and if you haven't, what in God's name, how could you have not heard of it? It's almost impossible. Mass Effect is a great game for anyone who loves video games or even likes video games. And here is my review. The review, and also we have the email. It's thecriticalgaming@gmail.com. Send us any email. Like, if you want a game reviewed, just send it to us. Send the name of it, and we will do it. Well, we'll try to. So, here's my review of Mass Effect. Okay, as for the story in Mass Effect, it is the biggest component to the game. The game's story is a used one. It is a little generic, but it does so many things right with the story. It sounds like you're hearing it from a master storyteller that has been practicing storytelling all his life. I'm not kidding here. The story is amazing. Basically, you play as Commander Shepard. You can also go to become Spectre, or you can either be good or bad, which, depending on if you're good or bad, changes the ending of the game, and also who are your allies and who are not. Also, in this is the main part really, Saren has joined up with these creatures. I forgot the name, but they're like mechanical aliens, and they are trying to use something with these beacons, and you have to stop them. He used to be a Spectre, Saren I'm talking about, but now he's not, and he kills some people. He kills one of your allies, and you go through this entire universe. It is a complete and open world game, amazing. The side stories, the side quests are amazing. They add just such a level of depth that no game, other than probably its sequel, can get to this level of spectacularness. Here's on to the graphics, but I'm giving the story a 10 out of 10. Okay, for the graphics. The graphics could be better. They're pretty good, especially for when they came out, but there's are some glitches. Like, there'll be times where you might get stuck in a certain area and you can't move. Texture popping, that really can get on someone's nerves. The obvious loading screens well, it's not really loading screen, it just like, it shows what you're doing. It just like freezes and has a little loading. It has loading written at the very bottom of the screen, but really, it's not much. But if you get really ticked off really easily by that, I would say try to look away when that happens, which happens a lot. But otherwise, the graphics are really good. So I'm going to give this a pretty good score. Well, in graphics department anyway. Okay, now let's go on to the gameplay. Okay, so now on to the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty amazing. I will admit there are some problems with it, like the idiot idea to make throwing a grenade the select button. which is probably one of the dumbest parts of the game. And also some of the controls for the vehicle that you ride in on certain planets. That design, I feel like it could have been easier to control. It was a little shifty at times. But otherwise, the gameplay is spot on. It's really easy to learn, and it's not too hard to master. There are some parts like the that you can't use biotics or anything. You have to like stop the game, pick out the ability, then restart the game, and your character will do it. I hope that in the second one they're able to just like you can assign it to different buttons so that you can just press a button and you see your character do it instead of having to go through that entire thing. But I enjoyed the game, so here's my final score coming up. Okay, so overall, this is one of the best action RPGs ever on the planet. If you don't have it and you have a PC that can play games on it, just like an average computer, not an old one, but probably maybe a couple years old will be decent. Or a 360. There's no reason why you shouldn't get this. And the sequel to this is coming out next year, 2010, early 2010. Really looking forward to it. And it's just playing a great game. There are some flaws, but if you're looking at the flaws, it's like nitpicking. But it's a very amazing game, even without a multiplayer. And I'll have to give this a 9.8 out of 10. So there's my review. Hope you liked it, and I'll be back later this week with Ratchet Man for the Left 4 Dead review. I hope you like that as well. So, Master of Chaos out.